Hello friends, good morning and good evening everyone. Your ALP here. Today I am here with one more guest, Mr. Aditya with us. He has wonderful experience in artificial intelligence related. So his entire career journey, he is still pursuing his graduation. Next year his graduation will be completed in ECE electronics domain, but still he has experience like a person who is working in the industry for 2 to 3 years like that. So his main interest includes artificial intelligence. So he is pursuing lot of internships in this domain. So he is acquiring more skills, and most of the internships also giving stipend to him, and he also searching for pursuing his further education in abroad foreign universities. So that approach also wonderful, guys. He so many universities also offering, they are giving the fully funded courses and master programs. So in these days of the difficult times, so these approaches makes us more happy, and we can pursue our career in a easier way. So just watch this video till the end. You will get a lot of different approaches how a fresher or a student who is pursuing engineering or graduation, they can think of. So just watch it. You will get better understanding, and you also can connect with the author. The details are available in the description, and do subscribe to this channel so that whenever I'm uploading videos, you will get notifications. You can simply click and watch it. Thank you friends. Thank you. We will meet in another video. Keep watching. Thank you. Thanks Aditya for being here and sharing your knowledge and other aspects. Warm welcome to our channel. ALP Talks.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Yeah. It's impressive. Your resume I seen. How you made website for resume?
Yeah, actually, it's a available template. You can even make it. So you have to just make a few changes here and there in that file. So it's already pre-made, but I can give you the template. So basically, it's a pre-made GitHub repository. You can download and you can just change a few parameters of your experience and everything, and it will make it that way.
Okay. Is it like was free or a paid one?
Yeah, it is free. Basically, you can go to GitHub and you can download, and you have to use code to make changes basically.
Yes. So, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I made it because of these master's admissions going on. So professors always, foreign professors always care about these things, portfolio and everything. So that's why.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice. I thought because I am also in the plan of a few websites undergoing. So I thought it's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically you are electronics and communications, right? ECE background.
Yeah, I was ECE, but I'm shifting to AI now, like totally focused on AI. Like my master's would also be in AI only.
Okay. So in graduation level, is there any such AI courses, or it's like ECE only, and we will move on to the AI later upon? What's the...
So I had like 2 courses. One is machine learning, and another is I think some kind of like similar course. So there were 2 courses totally which were focused on this AI aspect, but no other. That too was only introductory level. So I started AI when I was in like end of first year. So I started it with after learning Python and everything. I started it with going through different basically courses on Coursera and everything, and then somehow I got contacted with a professor in my college, and he started like research. So basically he was into research in the domain where he was applying AI to telecommunications. So that was like my branch, but applying a new technology to like my branch only. So I was excited about that, and we started working on a paper, and that's how everything started.
Okay. So you how you got exposure about AI in the first year itself? Your personal interest somewhere, or how?
Yeah, initially what happened is that I was seeing the rise in computer science and everything. So I wanted to learn computer science. So I didn't have any background in computer science. Basically, in like high school level also, I was a biology major. So I started Python like in first year, in the middle of first year. And then I saw that Python's like main application area is data science nowadays. Like everyone is going through data science, and it has a very good aspect. So tried both web development as well as data science with Python, as I learned Python like in 2 months or something, 2.5 months. So after that, like basically the thing happened is I joined those Coursera courses and got more motivated, started reading books also. So slowly and slowly got every knowledge of these like most important blocks of AI. But the AI field is so vast that still I am like only 25 to 30% I have the knowledge about it. So it's still going on.
Yeah, that is true. Not only AI field, every field it will be like that only.
Yeah.
We are just freshers who started we just came out of the school or college.
Yeah.
Many things are there we don't know at all. Yes, it's like lifetime learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any good mentors for you? I mean, any who you seek regular advices and suggestions and any doubts? Any?
Yeah, I used to seek advice from my research advisors only. So like the first author, which like the professor I mentioned who started this, so I always seek advice. I'm still in touch with him. He has helped me get recommendation letters for this masters also. Like he wrote me recommendation letters also. And similarly, now I had new research advisors. One is from Canada, like a research internship in Canada. So he also gives me pretty good advice that this you should prefer this university, you shouldn't prefer this. This is a program for you, like that. So yeah, mostly research advisors are there only for mentoring.
Yeah, that's true. Because mentor plays a major role in our education and the starting days of our mainly career. Once you join some company, that's okay. Yeah.
The first like mentoring experience for me was this only, like the first professor who I contacted from my college. So he was the main guide basically. So yeah, and then he moved to Singapore. So after that, he also gave me aspects of how things work in foreign also. So that was a very good experience.
That's true. That's true. We should have one lifetime mentor, we can say. I mean, who is a little bit of 2 to 3 years ahead of us, at least. That makes good. Otherwise, we both may be having similar knowledge. So who are a little bit ahead than us in maybe in terms of age, in terms of experience, we can have some better rapport with them. It makes our life easier, and we can get better things from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that's the motivation for you to move to AI.
Yeah.
Okay. You will be graduating next year, right? 2022.
Yeah, I will graduate in basically my final exams are in April and I will graduate in June.
Okay. And how you are able to manage this many internships? How you are getting the opportunities? Can you just
basically
tell us, our audience, because many people don't
it's
know
basically
what to do.
dedicated to the lockdown only, because because of lockdown, basically because of online classes, we were not having so many classes, and basically what happened is I started, and the online classes are not that much worth it compared to the offline classes. So I started learning more on this AI thing on my own, and then started basically the main aspect was that in 4th year our college doesn't have any extra like much courses, so we have only 3 subjects in the whole 4th year. So I can focus more. So that's why you can see from April I started like many more internships, and I also started working remotely as a like lead data scientist in a startup.
Yeah.
For 6 months. So yeah.
Okay, that's makes sense. Okay. So how you are approaching for these internships? For example, we discuss about your one by one internship process. So each company, how you got that, and what's their role they will do, what the products are, the services they will offer, and what is your role like that. So can you just proceed like that so that it gives better understanding?
Yeah, so you can see from on the first, let me open my portfolio. I will go through
sure.
Yeah. So basically, in the first one, you can see I got an internship at Higher Radius, which was from our college only. So it was a 3-month internship come training program based on basically machine learning, and it had machine learning components as well as web development components. And there was option to go ahead also with the internship, but I chose to not go because my area of AI was different and they were totally on finance. So I started to go ahead, and then I joined Emory University. So this was a remote internship. This was particularly focused on research. So what we are doing is they had this COVID-19 patients data. So they had basically tie up with Emory's medical institute. So Emory's medical institute was having much of this radiology data of every COVID patient, that what are the clinical notes, what are these. So but the clinical notes are very large. So what our goal was to make a AI model which can make those large notes to a particular small outcome, that what is the outcome of these notes. So one radiology clinician was only focusing on writing total all of the aspects you can see in that radiology report. But our models should tell, is this a COVID-19 and how much is it, like how much significant it has, any other disease it has, any previous basically disabilities it has, like he had encountered pneumonia earlier, so it damages more, so like that. So it should summarize in that way. So we got a pretty good accurate, like good score, but not very good. So that was all in that internship, and it was good experience because they had this they were following this Hipaa protocol, which is healthcare protocol in US. So they have every data protected in servers. So you have to get this global certificate. I had to get the certification as well for this accessing these Hipaa servers, so that because they care about privacy.
What type of certification required?
Yeah, so they require this Hipaa certification. Hipaa means their Healthcare Protection Act. So for accessing any healthcare data in US, you need to have consent of that particular patient. And universities, when they work on research in these areas, they change this their patient's name to suppose X or Y, so that you can't know who the patient is. And even for accessing that data, you need to have this certification. Otherwise, you won't be allowed to go to that data. And in the act also, it has written that you can't leak the data. If I download the data from that server to my computer accidentally, I will get a fine. So they are very strict about it. So then the fines are basically $2,000, $5,000. So it's in some lakhs.
Okay.
Yeah. So after this internship, basically it's till May. So after this internship, I directly joined MyTax Global Link. So I got this opportunity. So it's an opportunity for Indian undergraduates to go to Canada and get a research internship with a professor. So in any university, there are multiple universities. And this is very good because it's a funded program. So I was unlucky because of COVID, I had to do remote. But other people who go to the on-site internship are very lucky because they get full funding from AICTE as well as from Government of Canada. So they can enjoy and even learn so much because they have so many industrial events also going on there. So it's a 3-month internship and they take care about every expense. So my internship was with this Thompson Rivers University, Canada. So the professor was also working in the same area of applying AI to telecommunications. So I got the internship went very well, and I got one journal paper as well as one conference paper, which won the best presenter award in a conference in USA. So it was a good experience, and because of this internship, I also got an award of, I think, somewhat around 10 lakhs for pursuing graduate studies. So yeah, it's called MyTax Global Link Graduate Fellowship. So anyone pursuing this MyTax internship will get this amount, like around 10 lakhs. It's, I think, 15,000 Canadian dollars. So they will get this scholarship whenever they want to go to Canada to pursue the masters within 5 years of completing this MyTax Global Link internship.
Okay.
So this was till MyTax. And another experience I had was, it started earlier. So it was from Omdena. So Omdena is a community, basically it's a volunteering role where if you want to gain experience, you can go. So this was also main factor in getting like worldwide exposure to AI, because what they are is they have projects, so they collaborate with startups and new like organizations like World Resources Institute, UNESCO, and everything, and they plan to take AI to solve global problems. Like my first project was with this team of 48. So they were from different parts of the like world. So they were from 23 countries, and like everyone was of different. Some of them were professors, some of them were PhD students, some of them were undergrads like me. So and even working professionals. So what we were solving is, in the first one we were solving climate change. So we wanted to go through every NGO's website and use those data to spot where are the possibilities of climate change, what are the hazards in Africa, what are the hazards particular. So we wanted to search what are the hazard terms, and like in a way that it identifies everything from it. And they had like millions of websites, so we had to go through everything. The data was huge, and I got exposure to NLP. So NLP is basically natural language processing. So I learned NLP in this internship only. So and yeah, and then after this experience, I was promoted to, basically they have tiers. So this earlier I was junior machine learning engineer, because I was, but due to good contributions, I was promoted to lead machine learning engineer there. So basically in that 48 team, I had 12 people under me who were working on this part of the project. So in the next project, I joined this Umdena. Basically they have the project was with a Dutch startup. So this Dutch startup was solving the problem of basically content. So they wanted to make a platform which can be integrated with Instagram, Twitter, and everything. And they wanted to make a platform which would be useful for every different companies. So like they had this partner, you know, of Nike. So Nike, Adidas, these type of companies were partnering with them earlier. So they were focusing on making them their audience. So they wanted audience receptivity. So audience receptivity means that how relevant is the content you are posting, and how is it making sense to your audience, and what, like they give percentages, they give who are your particular like in future audiences who you can reach out to. Like anyone who gives consent, you can reach out to me. They directly reach out to them based on this AI model. So they wanted to build such a platform, and they wanted to get recommendations, what content to post in Netherlands, what content to post for French people, like that. So this was their business model, and we started working on it. And the solution was still, I think the team could make it till 50% of the solution. And then what happened is like the period ended. So it is a contract between Umdena and the startup. So after the 3 months, the startup founder contacted me and wanted to have me full time for building completing the project. So then I got chance, in April, I got chance to be the lead data scientist there in that company. So it's called Brand Love Intelligence. The project was really called Relevance, and this was Dutch, like this was funded by Dutch government. So basically Netherlands government. So it had a huge backing, and I could I learned many things because I got chance to explore both like cloud serverless backends. So I could I could learn and implement anything I want. There was no shortage of compute power. Basically in AI, what happens is you need to have a very, very powerful computer and very powerful compute resources. But I got chance to work from AWS. So AWS and Google Cloud, anything, and make these APIs. So basically in this period of internship, I made 30 APIs, which were total like serverless, and they were running on GPUs, multiple GPUs. So like their AWS bills were around $10,000 or $5,000 like that. So per month. So they had a very large budget compared to like normal startups. So I gained the data engineering experience, I gained ML modeling experience, as well as real world data science experience, how everything works, how to integrate these with I was collaborating with the web team. So they had I think 4 web developers, and those 4 web developers were building the entire dashboard, and I was basically implementing these APIs and giving it to them and telling them how to call it from the front end and everything. So that experience was really great, and the project was complete. Now I think after I went to another internship after that. So the project was complete, and it was like a total good experience. And now I heard from them that they are approaching to get more funding and everything. So hope they go to a good level. And after this, I joined, and in between I was also working in Samsung Research Prism program. So this was a pretty less hectic program compared to others. So what we were a team of 5, and we were working on solving this problem of handwriting. So the Samsung has OCR systems. So OCR means that you have some, suppose you have, so they wanted to build a system which can detect handwriting and basically get what is the text in that handwriting. So from your phones, you want to get that, you can get handwriting there. Suppose you write something and you want to scan it, so you won't get what is the text in it. So they wanted to get what is the text in it. So, but the data assets available for this task is not sufficient. So we wanted to build a model which can produce handwriting, so that we can reverse train a better model. So that was kind of the so that is easy. So we were doing that. It's called generative adversarial networks approach. So we built that, and the project completed. So this was, and we are now working on a paper so with Samsung Research, so that we can produce, like, go to a good conference and present the work, because this is a very new work and no one else has done it earlier. So very few, like I think 2-3 papers are there which are good enough as competitors to this work. And so, and this was it. And now I am working at basically at SHL. So SHL is a company which is based on hiring, has a hiring platform and all those things, which is based on, basically they have everything of skill assessments, talent assessment, and they use AI to evaluate which candidate is better and those kind of things. So I'm still a new candidate there because the internship started in October only, and I'm working on this platform now. That's the main internship going on in there, and I am still revising a few papers of mine. So these papers, whenever you work on research papers, these keep on going on. In your extra time, you have to revise. You get a response from a journal. You have to revise. You have to write letters and everything. So that's all I had. This was the internship and industry experience.
Wonderful experience. Amazing. So many things. So all these internships, they are giving any stipend to you, or you are paying any fee to them, or how the structure actually?
So the almost, I think Omdena didn't give stipend to me. Omdena and the research internships don't give stipend except MyTax. So MyTax gave a good stipend because that is a funded program, but we received less stipend because it was remote. So I think the total stipend for 3 months was $1,200. So it was around 1 lakh for 3 months. And basically the Netherlands-based startup was paying me 50,000 rupees a month. So it was pretty great because I could save up money, because you can see all of my research papers are from myself only. So it was collaborating with our university, but our university doesn't fund you to go to conferences. So I had to manage my money from the stipend I earned, and then because each conference fees is around 20,000, 30,000 rupees. So I had to pay it from my side as well as for university applications abroad. So those also have this 7,000, 8,000 rupees of application fees. So I have to manage from there only. And presently in the present internship, I'm getting a stipend. So that's also good.
You are independently managing all your expenses for all these activities. Because if you depend everything on parents, you won't move at all, because
they can't give you so much money,
because they don't know where you will go, because these research areas and all, it's unclear paths. We are not clear where we will be landing into our career. So if you ask for I want to publish this paper, who will give the money? Except
No one
if you are if your parents are very rich and you have some family setup, then it's okay.
not possible for us middle class people.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
it's very tough. And even if you go to masters, like I was looking for masters opportunities abroad. So basically, I got one offer from Queen's University, Canada, and the program is fully funded. So that is like a very good opportunity for me. Like I'm presently considering that only because the professor's research area is also the same. So because I want to go for a PhD in this AI domain, but what happens is if you have a depth in your masters, you have to go to a job. Otherwise, if you take a loan and then go to a masters, so that has also been hectic to find such like masters. And I'm always searching if there are any more options and everything. But yeah, like I wanted to get debt free and didn't want it to be on my parents and everything.
That's true. That's true. Because these studying abroad and all involves lakhs of rupees, more than 50 lakhs like that for completing all the education. How that much money, if you take the loans, it's like it is very difficult for us. So the approach you are taking is very good. So I hope that the information
this
is very
offer
useful to many people. This kind of approach.
So the total fees for 2 years of that masters is $30,000, but the funding I'm getting is $61,000. So I am earning double money. Like I am earning the same money as the tuition fee while studying. So it's a very good opportunity.
That's
but
true.
I won't have anything extra because you have to travel to conferences, you have to present at conferences, so that money will be exhausted obviously. But if you had to go through a loan, those you can't travel to conferences and all if you don't get this funding. So it's very hard in research if you don't get funding.
Yeah. Amazing experience, huh? Yeah. Okay. So what's your next plans after 1 or 2 years, where you want to be? I mean, in this AI domain, do you have any, I should be in this company like that? Do you have any things or?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to be in these type of companies which have a good AI culture. So basically anywhere like everyone wants to be in Google, Facebook and all. So they have a pretty great AI culture, but it's very hard to get compared to other companies. But any company who is also a new startup or any computer vision based companies like Lyft Research and all. So in US, anything like I can go to anywhere who has a good AI culture, and I would look after opportunities after masters only. But if I don't get, I will go directly to a PhD and then I will come out and then I will look into masters opportunities. So during PhD, you can also go to internships. So I will try to get internships there also. Let's see what happens. And companies have AI residency programs. So when you graduate, I would have applied to like after this bachelor's, but as I got an offer, I think I will go directly to masters, and after masters I will look for this AI residency program. So what happens in AI residency is you get to work with Google or Facebook for about 24 months or 12 months directly, and you get the stipend also, and you get the exposure of a real like research scientist. So you get to work on research on a funded project and you go to best conferences around the world. So and these are in, I think Google hires only for the US, like their main head office in US. So some Indian students have got also. So it's not that like extremely impossible, but it's pretty much hard. So I will try continuing and see. Let's see what happens after masters. I think the chances would be much more compared to this bachelor's.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think about AI, so what are the areas that this AI can influence a lot? Can you just give a light on those areas based on your understanding?
Yeah. So based on my understanding, AI has an impact on almost every domain. Like it has impact on presently the new emerging areas are human-computer interaction. So like the place I'm thinking of is working with human data. So my master's area would also be the same, like working with human data, like you have sensor readings. So you want to make, suppose in Apple Watch, you have this AI, you can have this type of AI which can detect when you are having this type of activity or when you are having this kind of healthcare issue. You can get an alert that you should spend this much amount of time. So this human computer interaction is pretty great in terms of AI presently, and sensors are everywhere. You can use sensor data to go like in both in even in self-driving cars, in telecommunications also. AI is getting integrated more and more, like in mostly in abroad. I think most work has been done in France, if I'm not wrong, of this AI and 6G, AI and 5G. So that was my earlier domain also. So it's pretty great, and there's a large opportunity to integrate these, because what happens is in telecommunication and in these networks areas, the reliability, the bandwidth, the these kind of and latency, these kind of parameters were not considered as the metric earlier to optimize the networks. But in one of my paper, like the first paper also, our goal was to make AI model which can optimize all of these parameters such as latency, reliability, as well as the throughput. So throughput means how much data rate you are getting. But even if you have a high data rate, you can't have a very good latency. So if the latency is high, then if you're playing a video game, it would lag. So those kind of things can be managed by AI by successfully integrating it, and these are being taken out in the many companies. So AI can be pretty much everywhere, and healthcare is already transforming by AI in abroad countries.
That's true. Our mobile smart devices, many smart devices are using this AI for better interacting with the humans.
Yeah. It has mainly started after this face recognition system in like phones. So after that, the companies realized that this is pretty much a great tool to make this model like smartphones more interactive and more futuristic. So that after that, the things started escalating, and now everything is based on AI. They have some of these phones have these neural processors, so only for using this deep learning models in a fast manner. So it's growing pretty fast, and even in research also of AI, the field is so fast that if you don't read around 20 papers a week, you can't cope up with what's happening. And suppose in the previous week also, I didn't read any computer vision paper because I was totally working on this NLP domain. And after that, I saw so many basically new advancements are there, and I am still very like far away from it. So to cope up, if you have to make a continuous habit, otherwise it's very hard to cope up.
Yeah, that's true. There are so many things happening, mainly to interact better with the humans. Better with
that's
the
the main.
That is the main thing of these artificial intelligence. They are just by observing history, past data, how they are using things, and they are making new suggestions, new improvements. Mainly, I recently seen Google, a calendar in iPhone. So it is suggesting me you walk tomorrow because you didn't done this week.
It's based on recommendation systems, and they track your past data. So
like
that's
that,
why
there are already many things are happening. Wonderful. AI has a huge scope, and you are in a good track. And your approach, I like it. I hope our audience also will like. The direction you are moving ahead. It may not be AI. It can be like any other field also, because many people, they are not clear what to do, and they are simply, I am not getting job, something like that. They are feeling. For example, you are also not got any permanent job, but you are doing a lot of things. You don't have time, I think.
I don't have time to think of. I didn't get a permanent job. Actually, I skipped college placements, so I didn't sit in college placements also because I have to prepare so much, and that's so much of time consuming. So as I am totally inclined towards research, I want to go, because in AI what happens is you need to have a good master's or PhD to get a certain level of research in engineer or research scientist position in any company. Like keep apart Google, like any small company also wants you to have a master's or PhD. So that's why I thought that, and our placements doesn't take into account, no company comes which are using AI here in India. In India, the AI landscape is pretty nascent, and you don't have so much potential right now. And even if I come back to India after like 2 years or 5 years, I can still join here, because there are some companies who are doing great in terms of AI, like Mercedes and those type of companies. So yeah.
Very good. So many things, Aditya. So I can't say this is the end for us. We should respect our time also. So
Yeah, sure.
there are so many things we have to discuss. So in future also, small topics we will consider, we will discuss it.
Sure,
This is
sure.
being our
Yeah.
first session, first interaction. I made it like most general.
Yeah.
So many things we discussed. In the future, we will
Yeah.
discuss on small area in a detailed way, so that it can benefit
Sure,
many
sure.
professionals. And the AI is the area, the new area, so we can have a lot of discussions. It can influence many
Yeah.
people like you. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Thanks a lot, dear. We will
Yeah.
meet in another video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching. This is about this web interview. I hope you enjoy the content. If you have any questions or comments or anything, then do comment in the comment section. And if you want to be a guest on this channel, then please let me know. I will schedule a call, and we can discuss many more things, and we can inspire many people around us. Thank you. We will meet in another video. By the time, please browse through various social media and professional media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn on ALP Talks handle, so that you will get bunch of videos and you can watch and enjoy it. Yeah, thank you. Bye, friends.